shot easy. Bars per shotgun, pistol grip action. Feed a motherfucker more pellets than Batman. Undercover trying to listen in like rap fans. Two-step till you get your proof, yep, tap dance. We don't discriminate, just eliminate. Relocate bodies where it's hard to assimilate. Water be coughing so you can get all the help you want as soon as you learn to speak up.
Episode 33, the Curious Red Flags podcast. 33 episodes. First of all, I want to thank everybody that tuned in to Tony Baker and Friends, that got an opportunity to watch me perform on the show, man. Yo, round of applause to y'all. Round of applause to y'all for checking me out, man. It really meant a lot. That I haven't performed in a year, so that was my first time on stage for over a year. I seen a lot of people were asking me. I looked a little nervous, or and it was first of all, it was cold. We were outside. It's cold, and honestly, comedy is just it's look, man. It's an act. It's to me, it's a sport. It's a muscle. You got it, And not being on stage in a year, I was winded, man. I looked at the pictures. I need to lose weight. All right, I was like, man, I'm out here looking like Nick Vandross out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I got these big old cheeks. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't, it was fun, but it was so good because now I'm like, all right, time to hit more stages, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of you guys that liked what you saw, man, I really appreciate you. I just know me as a comedian where I need to be at. I know where my energy needs to be at. And, and like I said, it was just good to be back. And, I hit you guys with some of the new stuff that I'm working on. So if you guys are fans of me and you're watching, you'll see more from Nick Carthan, man. So make sure you guys, like I said, you guys watching the podcast, follow my Instagram, share my life story to people. Red flag, man. If you haven't shared me to other people, I'm one of the most honest, most transparent, funny, goofy, used to wear, thought the Fonz was the man back in the day from Happy Days type of guy, man. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So y'all keep sharing the shit. You understand? The Curious Red Flag live show is coming soon. The morning show, y'all know about that, man. That the morning show is coming. I can't wait. It's gonna be on a Tuesday. I believe it's 9 a.m. Pacific. That's 9, 10, 11, 12 p.m. Eastern. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I counted on my fingers. You know what I'm saying? I wore this to the Tony Baker and Friends show. This is the Curious Red Flag crew neck sweater. Go ahead and go to my Instagram page. Click the link in the bio. Go ahead and check out the Curious Red Flag gear. Go ahead and support. Go ahead and get the merch. Go check it out. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the show going. Now, I know a lot of times I come on here and I tell a lot of jokes. And I wanted to, this episode right here, I wanted to really, and I don't know who this episode might reach to, but this is a serious episode. This episode, I titled this, Get Out of Your Head. Get out of your, a lot of times we are in our head and it affects, red flag, get out of your head. Sometimes we overthink and we create situations ahead and we block blessings. I'm going to give you an example. I started stand-up comedy in 2011, and I moved out here. I want to say I moved out to LA probably about 2012. And, I've been in a journey, a war with myself. And it took age, it took maturity to understand a lot of this. And what I mean is, whenever you're trying to chase down your goal, whenever you're trying to chase down your dreams and your opportunities, or whatever it is that you need to, you want to gain, you're, mentally, you're going to have roadblocks that you put in your head that will kind of stop you from getting where you're trying to get. I'll give an example, man. I love stand-up comedy. And I love, man, growing up, man, I'm just a fan of Eddie Murphy and, Eddie, I don't want to say this, Eddie Murphy, it's just the first thing that popped in my head. A lot of stars that you see on the TV, and the dream that we chase it's a hard race. You know, it looks easy when you see it, but when you're pursuing it, it's a lot of work. And it's a lot, not only is it a lot of work, it's a lot of believing in yourself. And a lot of believing in yourself is hard to do sometimes. I know what I'm saying is like, Nick, what the hell are you talking about? Nah, I'm just going to be real with you. You have to believe in yourself. No matter what it is you want to do, you have to truly believe in yourself, because this game, no matter what it is you want to do, there are so many obstacles. There are so many times I almost talked myself out of being in this game, wondering if people thought I was funny, wondering if this was even the right decision to make. And a lot of those times, I've almost tapped out. Red flag. If you truly believe in something, you have to commit to it. You got to commit to it like it's your bitch. Now, ladies, I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about, listen, ladies, a man could be your bitch. You know what I'm saying? And a woman could be, but I'm talking about the goal that you want in life. You got to treat it like a marriage. You got to treat it like it's something that you are bonded with. You got to learn to cry with it. You got to learn to laugh with it. You got to take the good with it. You got to take the bad with it. I'm going to be honest with you, man. When I first moved to LA, I thought I was like, you know, I wasn't getting up on stage. I wasn't getting up because, you know, I left New York City a year early than I needed to. When you move to LA, LA is the all-star game. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, when I came out here, I wasn't a talent that people saw to be a star. You know, and after a while, I started believing that. After a while, I started to believe. I started to really believe in that, and you know, but I started thinking for people, and I started saying, "Man, this person doesn't want me. This person don't believe, and this and that and the other." I'll give you a grand story. It was a comedian out here, man, who I thought didn't like me. And I put this in my, and let me explain this to you. I was at a comedy show, and I said something. I think I said, "What's up?" And he kind of like, you know, he kind of shrugged it off. And mentally in my mind, I said, this guy doesn't, you know, I was like, man, he got an attitude. And I think I sent him a message. I was telling him I'm a new comedian, yada, 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 you know. And his, you know, I'm trying to learn the game. And his message was just straight up like, look, man, you know, you out here. So, which, you know, like, I forgot what the whole message was, but the message didn't play well with me. And in my mind, I created an enemy out of this person for so long. It wasn't until I got in an event, I came to an event with him, and we got to talking. And then one day, I kept it real with him, and he took me to the side, and he was like, why did you feel that way? And the situation was, that day, he was actually going through something on his own. He was about to go on stage. He was getting his stuff together. You know what I'm saying? When I sent him the message, he let me know it was hundreds of comedians saying that same message. You know, people quit every day. So it's like, you know, he had to see consistency. Me and him became really good friends. I almost missed out on a good friendship because I created in my mind that this guy didn't like me. I've also created in his mind that, man, I'm not going to ask this person if I can do this. I'm not going to ask this person for this opportunity because I don't want them to think I'm kissing their ass. Because that's something that we all, like, and I think, you know, like I said, this episode, I'm talking about comedy because this is what I'm chasing. But this episode really ain't about just comedy. It reflects to everything. How many times have we said to ourselves, hey, I don't want to reach out to someone. I don't want to think they're kissing my ass, and we miss opportunities. You know what I'm saying? And then we got people that be like, oh, I don't want to think I want his dick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to leave that person alone, his or her, or I ain't about to ask that bitch nothing. I don't want to think that I'm sweating her. But the truth of the matter is, we get in our own fucking way. Because no, the worst thing you can hear is no. I've missed so many opportunities because I didn't want to think that I was on somebody's dick or kissing their ass. And maturity hit into one day. I was like, man, red flag. I could have been doing shit if I would have just asked. You know, we create force. I don't want to say, because I don't want nobody in the comment section being like, hey, that's you, not me. Look, for the people that can connect with me, we need to break out of that. I think mentally that's something that we create within ourselves where we overthink certain situations. Like me recording this episode right now. I was fighting on myself to record this because I was like, man, nobody want to hear none of this serious shit. Or the fact of the matter is, you know, I'll be transparent with you guys. I've been looking at the episodes, man, and I think the last few episodes kind of landed. One episode landed on the All-Star game. One episode landed on the Super Bowl. And I would watch my numbers go up and I watch the numbers go down. And a little bit with me on, you know, this is episode 33. A little bit with me was like, man, well, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to do. And I was like, I want to do something that I could relate with people. And I was like, man, should I even do this type of episode? And I was like, yo, I had to talk to myself like, this is my podcast. The Curious Red Flag Show. Yeah, I'm funny. Y'all know I'm funny. But I wanna be able to, there's people out there that I can tell that are affected by being in their head too much. The comedy show I did at Tony Baker and Friends. When I got off, man, you know, I didn't know how any of you guys felt. I couldn't see the comment section. I know how any of you guys felt with my material. I think that night I didn't hear from anybody. Maybe one or two people. The next day I was flooded with a lot of love. A lot of people sending me bits that they liked. And I was surprised. I was shocked. I automatically thought no one was fucking with the episode, fucking with the set. And a lot of people really liked it. They told me what jokes they liked. Some of the people that support me told me what they felt was wrong. And I took it all in. And it made me want to, I'm like, all right, next time they see me, I'm going to give them something crazy. Because my energy is through the fucking roof. I was just down on myself because I know where I'm supposed to be at. But y'all don't know where I'm supposed to be at. And y'all enjoyed it. And that's why I'm talking about mentally, we have to put ourselves in positive situations. We got to take ourselves out of we got to stop creating negative feels in our head that only affect us from gaining the opportunity that we want. I'm telling y'all, I've talked myself out of quitting this game so many times. So many times I talked myself out of this game. Look, I'll give you an example. Just to show you it don't have to always be about comedy. I'm married. My wife that I'm with right now, right? I kept at that ass. I kept at it. You know, she kept ignoring. She kept leaving me on scene. But if I'd have gave up, I wouldn't be happily married right now. You probably wouldn't even see this podcast right now because that's the backbone of my life right now. You know what I'm saying? And if I would have told myself, hey, man, quit, man. She don't want you. I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm going for broke. She gonna have to block me. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how you gotta look at anything that you want to achieve, man. I get so many messages on my Curious Red Flag Instagram page that are asking me, like, what is your inspiration to do this podcast? What is it? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I created this so I can create a platform for myself. I'm watching so many people do that for themselves, man. Tahir Moore, Kev on Stage. Those are two guys. Tahir, I know him for when I moved out here, man. And I remember where he started at. And to see where he's at now, that's someone that stayed out of his head. And he kept pushing. Kev on Stage created a platform, man, way back. Like, the things that he's doing, that is someone that just told himself, I'm not going to quit. And I can't quit. I can't afford to quit. Because I moved out here for a reason. I moved out here to make myself know that I always tell people, if it ended tomorrow, I could at least say I chased my dream. That was the biggest part of the accomplishment, is just moving out here. But now while I'm still living, I'm still moving. I can't fucking sit here and be like, I'm about to quit this mother. Like I can't, you know how I look, packing my bags and going back home. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep the temptedness. And my message is red flag, man. Don't talk yourself out of some shit. Don't talk unless you about to be living on the street. If you about to be living on the street and the mafia is chasing you, then you might want to quit. I'm gonna be honest with you. But if you're living decently, if you got the means to do, I'll give you an example. I'm recording this show on an iPad. I don't have a big time camera. I got two $20 lights. I invested in a nice laptop, $40 microphone. Just being honest with you guys. Created a show. I don't have the light, the glim, the glamour that everybody else has. And that was me saying to myself, I need to get this done. I need Nick Carthan need to get this shit done. I gotta be the heartbeat for the shit that I want to do. I gotta do that. For me. Cause I'm a motherfucking dream chaser. I'm a motherfucking dream chaser. And I'm gonna chase my fucking dream. Cause there's two kinds of people in this world. There's three kinds of people in this world. And I'm not dissing the other two people. But I'm gonna say what the type of there are people in this world who have dreams and say, you know what? I'm gonna start a family and I'm gonna play it safe. Congratulations. Yo, you know where your money's coming from, you good. Then you have people who have dreams, follow with it, and then stop and go ahead and move on, get a job. But those people, when they watch, or it don't have to be TV, it could be sports, or it could be entertainers, or it could be companies where they sit back and be like, man, I could have did that, but I had to do this, but it still bothers them. And then you have the dream chaser. It's an illness, but it's a good illness of where I'm always going to try to chase this dream no matter what. I'm always going to try to cheat, and I'm reaching out to you guys to let you know sometimes there's nights where I'm hurt. I don't know if I'm gonna achieve it. That's one of the things that I don't know if I want to achieve it. Then there's some nights where I know I'm going to achieve it. Then there's some nights where I don't know if I want to achieve it. Then there's some nights I'm going to achieve it. Some nights that feeling gets you cold. Sometimes you're warm. Sometimes it be some days where you get a bunch of opportunities. There's sometimes you go through a drought. There's sometimes you get a lot of money. There's sometimes it's blank. It's sometimes you want to sit there and you just be like, man, you watch a lot of your peers just, go past you. And one of the cool things in your mind is to be like, man, I'm happy for everybody that's winning. And you are. But I'm going to be honest with you, deep down inside, you're like, there was a time where I saw a lot of my peers doing their thing. And I just started to almost not delete their Instagrams because it was paining me because not because that they were winning, because it was like, what the fuck am I not doing? Why am I not getting that shit? You understand what I'm saying? And I had to figure out, it's like, well, why are you watching what everyone else is doing? That's the mind. Why are you watching what everybody, what are you doing? Sometimes you could be so looking at what somebody else is doing that you don't even fucking know what you're doing. You don't even know what you have in front of you. You're so fucking enthused with what somebody else is doing that your shit's just sitting here. I was sitting here watching a bunch of people doing podcasts. And I had to check myself. I had to be like, oh, that podcast is cool. Oh, that podcast is what. Meanwhile, I haven't even started my shit. Red flag. All right? And this is me being transparent because I've done this shit. Don't talk about diss nobody else's shit till you start your shit. And when you start your shit, you ain't got no time to diss nobody else's shit. I sat here, I didn't start none of my shit. And I was sitting here like, wow, look at this motherfucker right here doing that. Look at this person doing this. Oh, I could do better. But the truth of the matter, and I know people in the game like that right now. And now I don't even pick those type of phone calls up. Hey, you see such and such podcast? You see such and what is doing? I have to be like, bro, did you started your shit yet? So why the fuck you talk? Because I was, and it's not that I was there. I was once there, man. I was once there. Comedian Tone Bell had this Facebook post I have saved in my phone to this day. And he was telling me about his journey to LA and just all the no's he took in acting. A lot of people see him doing the stuff that he's doing right now. And while people that, they have the jokes about some of his stuff, stuff being canceled, shit. There's some people out there that want to know what that feeling is to be canceled, because that means that people still are working with you. And one thing I look at Tone, I'm like, damn, that's dope. Like this, he's a hard worker, and it's like I said, man, we have to accept and be happy over what we are getting. Whatever it is, the blessings that we're getting. Only you can change your destiny is by putting in the work and lead to where you're at. I know it's easy saying this shit. I'm talking to you guys because I'm a guy that was there. I'm a guy that's sometimes still kind of there. And I'm a nigga that's telling you that I'm still kind of affected by it comes everywhere. It don't come like that no more, because now like I said, I have a lot. I believe in myself a whole lot more. This is why this podcast is out. But I remember those thoughts. I remember saying to myself, you know what, man? Fuck comedy. I'm just gonna get a job, be a full-time trainer, train and help people, which I love to do as well, but I'd have been miserable. I'd have been the grumpiest trainer in the fucking world. Every time I'd have watched comedy on TV, I'd have been upset because I know that I didn't give it my all. Nick, what's your all? You said you wasn't making it, so my all is still doing it. Shit there's no finish line. Y'all see the Kevin, y'all be like, man, Kevin Hart is always on TV. He's always doing it because he in his mind suffers from the same thing. I'm not done. I haven't reached all the goals I want to reach. And that's crazy. We're looking at him as a millionaire, and he hasn't reached all the goals he wants to reach. So imagine that. Imagine what the person like someone like me is feeling, or someone that's not started this. So I say that to everyone that has any type of dream. Like I say, I'm using comedy because that's what I'm doing. Any type of fucking dream, get out your motherfucking head. Stop thinking in your mind that, stop putting the negative thoughts in your mind. I put this episode out today because I said episode 33, I want to enlighten some people about whatever it is you want to do. Whatever girl you want, whatever guy you want, whatever relationship you want, unless they say no to you and they're like, leave me alone or I'm going to call the cops. Never fucking give up. Never give up. You want to be a doctor. You want to be a lawyer. I don't care if you want to start at a certain age. Hey, man, look, even for I know the biggest joke is, rappers can't be rappers at 50. Hey, man, you might be the dopest 53-year-old rapper. First of all, take care of family first, though. Make sure your family's good. Make sure your bills is paid. That's part of the story too. I don't want nobody out here like, Nick encouraged me to say fuck my job and my kids and I'm gonna. No. Make sure that home front is good. But still enjoy your dreams. Started small, started big, man. Our Urbanetics is one of the clothing lines I have been showing some of that stuff, and I can only imagine what he went through to start that clothing line. I can only imagine every person you see doing something went through a lot of these situations. I read a story with Tyler Perry where Tyler Perry was putting on plays where nobody was coming. And then the first play that I think like 20 people came, 20 people. Even with 20 people, you'd be like, I'm done. But 20 people it's like it was big for him, and look what Tyler Perry is now. Grand Simple with this podcast, man. I remember. Man, I remember my YouTube videos used to hit 25 views. I remember my homegirl Shantae Waynes is like, yo, it's so crazy how you be so excited about the 100 views. And then she wasn't playing me, but she was like, that's dope that you hyped about that. Like when I would get 100 views, I would be happy. But I'm gonna be honest with you, 100 views in the YouTube world ain't shit. But it's big to me. It's big to me because I remember I was getting 5 or 11 views. So I just, like I said, man, I don't know why this episode wasn't made because I didn't have nothing else to talk about. It was really on my mind because when I did Tony Baker and Friends, when I was on that stage, I had a moment that I could only, and I'm going to put it on the podcast, and my moment was, damn, you stuck with this. And whether people liked your set or not, you did something where people could decide whether they liked it or not. And that for me is huge. That for me is so huge, man, because I hit my 10th year of comedy, and that was 10 years of just 10 years of mentally in my mind just saying to myself, what the fuck are you doing? You left New York, you came out here, all your friends is got good jobs, I got friends that are CEOs, I got friends that are doctors, I got friends that are police officers, I got friends that are lawyers, I got friends that own restaurants, I got people that's on TV, and I'm just here. That's mentally what I put in my mind. And I stopped one day, and I was like, I'm going to tell you what made me stop. My wife told me, she's on the road, and she said somebody ran up to her and was like, we love your husband. Curious Red Flags, zooming with the homies. And when she called and told me that, she don't know that she activated a motherfucking bug in me. I was like, what? I was in the airport one day in Memphis, and 2 people ran up to me and was like, Nick, zoom in with the homies. And I was like, wow. Like, and I got some people that just relate to me. And I couldn't believe this shit. And I can't quit. I can't leave this shit alone. So, fuck that. Episode 33, Curious Red Flag. Get out of your motherfucking head. You heard me. I'm going to say it again. Hey, you want something? You want to achieve it? But someone's telling you that you can't? That ain't someone telling you that you can't. Get out of your motherfucking head and bust your ass and go out there and achieve. Don't let nobody tell you can't do this shit. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. It all starts in here. Once you cure this, once you come to grips in your mind that, look, I'm going to give you an example. How many of y'all, right, go right back to the demon box and the demon wood, okay? Y'all know it ain't good for you, but how many times mentally have you told yourself, I'm going to stick with this box, I'm going to stick with this girl, I'm going to stick with this dude, right? Probably not good, it probably ruin your life, but you stuck mentally, you put in your head, I'm going to stick with this. That's how you got to treat your goal. Treat that goal like a demon box. Keep fucking it. Don't leave it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't leave that shit. Don't give up. Once you mentally here and tell yourself, I'm not going to give it don't matter what nobody else in this motherfucker tell you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's from the flag, yo. You hear me? My bed, let me tell you something. I had cut my bed down not too long ago, right, for a part. And I was acting like, I didn't care. But, man, I miss this motherfucker. This bed right here is so strong. Shit's so strong, man. And Well, I saw my waves spinning on the Tony Baker and Friends. It's there. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, get out your motherfucking head. Curious Red Flags, episode 33. Look for the Curious Red Flag live show coming March. I believe it's the flyers on my Instagram page. I'm gonna post it again. You understand what I'm saying? 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. I believe. Oh yeah, March 23rd. Oh, you know what else? Stay out your motherfucking head. Peace.